a small, sun-drenched village lived a young boy named Leo. More than anything in the world, he treasured a small wooden spinning top. It wasn't just any toy, it was a gift from his grandmother, its surface worn smooth by the touch of her hands before it ever reached his. She had carved it herself from an old oak branch, whispering stories into the wood as she worked. For Leo, spinning this top was like holding a piece of her wisdom and love. He would spend hours in the garden, a look of pure concentration on his face, flicking his wrist just so. He'd watch it dance and whirl, a tiny, perfect cyclone of joy, its humming sound the soundtrack to his happiest days. It was his secret keeper, his silent companion, a tangible piece of the bond he shared with the wisest person he knew. One bright afternoon, the air thick with the scent of wildflowers, Leo decided to take his top to his favorite spot, a gentle, winding river that sparkled under the sun. He sat on a large, moss-covered stone, the cool water tickling his bare feet. He imagined the top was a brave little boat, and he set it spinning near the water's edge. It twirled magnificently, a blur of brown and gold against the green moss. But then, a sudden gust of wind, a playful push from nature, sent the top skittering sideways. It teetered for a heart-stopping second on the edge of the stone before tumbling with a soft splash into the river. Leo gasped, lunging for it, but it was too late. The current, though gentle, was swift. It caught the little wooden toy and whisked it away, bobbing and turning until it was just a speck, and then it was gone. Leo stared at the empty space on the water, his heart sinking into his stomach. A lump formed in his throat, and hot tears welled in his eyes, blurring the sparkling river into a watery mess. The world that had seemed so bright and cheerful just moments before now felt gray and empty. He ran his fingers over the smooth, vacant spot on the rock where his top had just been dancing. The silence was deafening, broken only by the chirping of a cricket that now sounded like it was mocking him. He had lost his treasure. He had lost the piece of his grandmother he could hold. The joy of the afternoon evaporated, replaced by a profound and heavy sadness. He sat there for a long time, the setting sun painting the sky in shades of orange and pink, but Leo saw none of it. He only saw the image of his spinning top disappearing forever. With a heavy heart and tear-streaked cheeks, Leo trudged home. The familiar path felt long and foreign, each step a reminder of his loss. He found his grandmother sitting on the porch, knitting in the fading light. She looked up as he approached, her warm smile faltering as she saw his face. Without a word, he climbed into her lap and buried his face in her familiar, comforting embrace, his small shoulders shaking with sobs. She held him tightly, stroking his hair, letting him cry until the storm of his sadness began to pass. She didn't ask what was wrong right away. She simply provided a safe harbor for his grief. She knew that some wounds needed quiet and comfort before they could be spoken of. The scent of lavender and old books that always clung to her enveloped him, a gentle balm on his aching heart. When his sobs quieted to soft sniffles, she finally spoke, her voice as gentle as the evening breeze. "You lost the top, didn't you?" Leo nodded, unable to speak, fresh tears threatening to fall. His grandmother hugged him a little tighter. "Let me tell you a story," she began softly. "When I was a little girl, not much older than you are now, my father gave me a beautiful little locket. It was silver, and it opened up to hold a tiny picture. I loved it more than anything. I wore it everywhere. One day, while I was climbing my favorite apple tree, the chain caught on a branch and snapped. The locket fell into the tall grass below. I searched for hours, for days, until my knees were scraped, and my eyes were sore from crying. But I never found it." Leo looked up, his eyes wide with surprise. He had always seen his grandmother as someone who had everything figured out, Someone who never lost anything important. She smiled a sad, gentle smile. I was heartbroken, she continued, just like you are now. I felt like a part of me was lost forever in that field. But my father sat me down, just like this, and told me something I've never forgotten. He said, the locket is gone, my dear, but the love that came with it is still right here, in your heart. The memories you made while wearing it, they can't ever be lost in the grass. You carry them with you, always. She paused, looking into Leo's eyes. He was right. I can still feel the weight of the locket, the joy of receiving it. The object is gone, but the feeling, the memory, is mine forever. Her words were like a gentle light seeping into the dark corners of Leo's sadness. He thought about the spinning top. He remembered the feeling of the smooth wood in his hand, the pride he felt watching it spin, the quiet afternoons spent in its company. He remembered his grandmother's smile when she gave it to him. Those memories were still there, bright and clear in his mind. The river hadn't washed them away. A small smile touched Leo's lips for the first time that evening. He understood. The top was just a thing, a piece of wood. The real treasure was the love it represented and the happy moments it had created. Those were safe inside him. He realized that losing something doesn't mean you lose the happiness it brought you. Things come and go, my sweet Leo, his grandmother said, wiping a stray tear from his cheek. Like the seasons, like the flowers in the garden. We enjoy them while they are here, and when they are gone, we hold them in our memory. But the world is full of new things to love, new joys to find. Loss isn't just an ending, it's also a space for a new beginning. She stood up, taking his hand. Come, she said, her voice bright with a new energy. I think there's still some daylight left. Let's go see if we can find the perfect stone to paint tomorrow. We can make a whole family of colorful ladybugs. Leo's heart felt lighter. The ache was still there, a dull throb, but it was no longer all-consuming. It was now mixed with a sense of peace and a spark of new curiosity. The next day, and in the days that followed, Leo and his grandmother discovered a world of new joys together. They didn't replace the spinning top. Instead, they created a tapestry of new memories. They painted stones to look like friendly animals. They built a small dam of pebbles in the shallow part of the river, and they lay in the grass. Finding shapes in the clouds, they baked cookies that filled the whole house with the smell of cinnamon and laughter. Leo learned that his grandmother's hands weren't just good at carving wood. They were also good at kneading dough, at holding a paintbrush, and at pointing out the constellations in the night sky. Each new activity was a new story, a new memory they were weaving together. He was learning that the greatest treasures weren't things you could hold in your hand, but moments you held in your heart. Leo still thought about his spinning top sometimes. He would remember its perfect dance and feel a small pang of sadness. But it was a gentle sadness now, like a fond memory of a friend who has moved away. He understood that it was okay to miss it, but he also understood that life moved on, bringing new adventures. The river that had taken his toy was no longer a place of loss. It was now a place where he and his grandmother skipped stones and watched dragonflies. He had lost a possession, but he had gained a deeper understanding of love, loss, and the endless capacity of the heart to find new joy. He had learned from his wise grandmother that the best things in life aren't things at all. They are the people we love and the memories we make with them. And that was a lesson he would carry with him. A treasure far more valuable than any spinning top. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to follow for more stories.